Hi Malika.
Hi Harley.
Hi everyone listening. Welcome back to Sonder and Salt, the
Hi, guys.
weekly podcast about the magic of eating. How you been?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. This week we have Gambia joining the conversation and Oman.
Salam alaikum.
Salam
Salam alaikum.
Around the world and religions with Malika Mouse.
Yeah, well, Gambia and Oman are predominantly Muslim countries,
Right.
so Salam alaikum is a popular greeting according to the internet. And we are in the season of Ramadan.
We are.
Yes,
Ramadan
Mubarak to all of
Ramadan
our Muslim
Kareem,
listeners.
yeah.
What's the difference?
I think Ramadan Kareem is wishing you well, or like blessed Ramadan.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and Mubarak means happy.
Oh,
So,
like happy
Ramadan. Because
Oh,
then it's
okay.
Eid Mubarak is the same as
Yeah,
like
that's
happy
true.
Eid. So
Yeah.
I did see a good TikTok and it was, are you a Ramadan Kareem household or a Ramadan Mubarak
What's
household? Like, because people decorate.
Oh,
So it's either
okay.
like, what have you got hanging in your house? But
Oh, I see.
yeah, we have neither, but wishing everyone listening,
Yeah.
potentially not listening, because I don't know I want to listen to this
Do you
in
know
the middle
what?
of fasting.
Some people, when they're fasting, because I've done a water fast, isn't it? And I've done it with my friends. And some of my friends like to engage with food content when
Right.
they're fasting.
Yeah,
I personally,
I could not.
I need to shut down. I don't want to smell, hear, see a thing. But I saw some people on like my Twitter that are fasting for Ramadan.
Yeah.
That they had like, you know, like a pick stitch of the 4 different
That they
food
wanna eat.
channels that they're watching on YouTube, and so they can get like a sensory experience. So there might be some listening.
Well, if you're there, thank you. And if you are there and you haven't left a review on this podcast on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
please go and do that right now. You don't have to stop listening. You can just scroll down, scroll around and find it and leave a review. Apple, you can write one and rate 5 stars, because why would you rate anything less?
Exactly.
And on Spotify, you can just simply hit the 5 stars and keep it moving.
Exactly. We've seen a couple new ones.
Yeah, we've
come
seen a
in.
couple
So
new
thanks,
ones.
Thanks to those that have
Yeah.
listened and actioned that
Yes.
action point.
We like that. What's your food highlight of the week?
So my food highlight of the week is that I tried something new. This product has been in my eye line for a little while. Finally picked it up from Sainsbury's.
God, what is it?
And it is the Sauce Shop and 1251 by Chef James Cochran Scotch Bonnet Chili Jam.
I am familiar.
Yes, it's got 1 great taste star. It actually says in 2022, so it's
Okay.
a fairly new product. I
Yeah,
think it did
yeah,
come out
last
last
year.
year. And yeah, I picked it up predominantly to have for breakfast with my breakfast sandwiches. I was having a lot of egg, avocado, and cheese breakfast sandwiches, and I love a little addition of chili jam.
That's something.
Just gives it a little je ne
Yep.
sais quoi, do you know what I mean? And
So, go on.
yeah,
Thoughts and feelings?
yeah. For me, it's okay.
Okay.
I think it's the tomato
Right.
addition. So I like chili jam. What I've realised is like I like pepper jelly.
Yes.
I actually like pepper jelly, and that to me
I know
is,
what you mean.
is chili jam, and I think that's
Yeah.
where
Like a clear jelly with bits of chili inside of it.
Yeah,
Not
and it's
clear,
like-
but
it's like Scotch
Yeah.
bonnet. It is a jam
Suspended.
consistency, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a jelly, and in Jamaica it's like pepper jelly. That's what I grew up eating. That's actually what I like.
yeah.
And I think some Scotch bonnet chili jams are kind of a derivative of that,
Yeah.
I guess. And they often don't have tomato. The tomato flavour was it was tomato forward. for
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Right.
So it kind of gave me, and you didn't agree, kind of gave me like a sweet, spicy ketchup kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So it's not that I didn't like it, but for a Scotch bonnet chili jam, I didn't love it. There is one that I love. It's Ann Pocker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're often at the Black East London Market. They retail online. I actually think they retail in like small butchers and
Right.
artisan delicatessens and that kind of thing. But you can visit them online, and Pocker, ANDPOCA,
CA,
or link
yeah,
it. And that Scotch bonnet chili jam, the last time I had it was about over a year ago. But I loved it. They've got like an Alfonso mango chili jam. They've got
I've never tried this one.
yeah, it was really good, and they've got it like mild and hot.
Yeah.
But that is closer to pepper jelly,
Right.
and that's what I love. So the
I need
1251,
that.
yeah, you do. I'll try and get you one. The Sauce Shop 1251 collab, it just wasn't my favorite pepper jelly, but it did the job. The sandwich was good. It was nice. It was nice enough, but it just was very much like the tomato was too much. There was just too much tomato.
So I agree and disagree with you
Okay.
in the sense of that I agree that it's not a like chili jam in the sense of like the product that we're used to. But I also had that. Literally, it wasn't even in my eye line. Well, it was literally in my eye line on the Christmas Eve when I went to the Christmas shopping. I just picked up a few condiments because you were supposed to be here.
I know.
So like I had
wiped out.
my cousins and stuff and people were here. So I just picked up a few extra bits. And my mum always likes to have chili jam on like the cold ham the next day. So I was like, oh, let me just I just saw it, I picked it up. That thing got waxed off whole jar Christmas Day.
Seriously?
Yeah, and it wasn't like, again, I did really like it, but it wasn't like, oh, this is a world-changing thing. But it just went with everything, and everyone could enjoy it because it wasn't so spicy. It was kind of, do you know what I mean? So it was a really good all-rounder, and I would definitely buy it again. I think I have bought it again, actually. But I agree with you that it's not like, it didn't have that chili jamness. It was very sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet.
Very, very sweet. But it just worked really well. Like, we'll put it on mac and cheese, we'll put it on the pork cracker, we'll put it everywhere.
It does, because in the sandwich against the cheese,
it does.
It is nice. The consistency works better than a chili jam for certain things, like a pepper jelly for certain things, because sometimes when you do get a pepper jelly, it is very gelatinous, and to spread it and
just tears up your bread.
It's a bit hard to work with. Whereas with this, I could just use the back of a spoon to spread it on my sandwich. So that was nice. So in terms of my expectation, it didn't quite meet my expectation, but that doesn't mean that I didn't like it. Yeah.
For once, I might have actually eaten you under the table. Sounds like you've had a very chill week. If the best thing of your week was a chili jam. So, highlights of my week were, okay, I will start chili related. Mad tasty chili oil. So I got a little pre-release. It's not quite out yet, but it's basically a homemade chili oil product, but it's garlic, shallot, and chili oil. Okay. And it's basically full of bits. So the tagline is something like bits and all.
So garlic, shallots,
and chili.
And chili, okay.
So literally, it's a jar of all the crispy bits. You know when you get chili oil and there's just some crispy bits in the bottom? So the whole thing is full. So I'm already halfway through the small jar that I got. I got like a sampler. But it's been made in Bristol. Someone that I know is running it, and I will let you know fully when it's operational. I'll have to remember to come back to this episode and put the link in bio, because you never know when you guys are going to hear this. Yeah. It might be out fully by the time you hear it, but I put that on. Another random food highlight. So because we've been going on so much about the egg crisis, people at work specifically that listen to the podcast have been mocking me, saying, Harley, we get eggs fine. Yeah. Like, everyone else has been like, we get eggs fine. I'm like, okay.
It's not at every branch though.
It's not at every branch, and it's not every kind of eggs. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, actually, I don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But the eggs I want are not available.
They're not all golden.
They're not all golden. So, someone in my team actually brought me eggs to work the other day. From their house. They said their parents' house. So they live in London, like young person live in London. But Kat, she went home to her parents' house in the Cotswold, and they have 20 chickens.
The dream.
They have 20 chickens. And she brought back some boxes of eggs from the chickens.
What do they feed on? What do they feed them on?
I didn't get into the details.
Was it golden?
To be honest, it was very yellow.
Yeah. But
there was like, because it's 20 chickens, so some of the eggs, she said, I said to her, how do you know which the chickens are all alright? And she said, in the winter, they lay less. So out of the 20, they get about 8 a day. Okay. And in the summer, out of the 20, they get about 14, 15 a day. But she said there is one chicken who lays white eggs. Oh, okay. So in my box, I had a white egg, and she was like, "Oh, Snowy laid that," and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." So I had my chili oil on my hand raised farm to table eggs.
That's cool.
Which was enjoyable.
I'm jealous. You didn't even give me one.
No, there was a box of 6. I'm not rushing them like you. Another thing this week, and actually an experience that we can kind of share ahead of time that we're gonna have, is this week I made the Alison Roman anchovy pasta. Which is like a viral recipe moment of Alison Roman. So Alison Roman is a chef, recipe developer, just YouTuber now actually, all round amazing. She used to be at...
You mentioned her before.
Yeah, she used to be at Food 52. I think I probably mentioned her book in one of these things. So I have the book Nothing Fancy. She has a book called Dining In. And she has a new book coming out called Sweet Enough. So her thing is anchovies. Anchovies and dill are 2 of the ingredients that you will always find in all of her recipes and all of her books. And she has this anchovy pasta.
In all of the recipes?
Not every recipe.
I was going to say, because dill ain't hitting for everything.
No. But like...
she uses it a lot.
She uses it a lot.
Yeah, I guess it's like me with olive oil and salt and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit different. A little bit different flavour profiles.
Yeah, but the frequency.
Yeah, but she has this shallot, I say it like that because that's how she says it. Shallot anchovy pasta, which is basically a whole bag of the hardest part is slicing the shallots for like half an hour, thin, and you basically caramelize them down, melt a whole tin of anchovies in, and use a whole tube of tomato puree. Yeah. And what you end up making is like a paste that you can then go on to do numerous things with. So I use that paste to make the pasta twice, but previously I've put it on toast.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to do with
It's
it, but so good.
Yeah.
And I don't like anchovies.
Yeah.
But it just melts down into like a salty, mildly fishy taste. But if you try and put anchovies on a pizza, you can send that
I was
right
gonna
back.
say, when they're just like on the pizza and they're just like twisted up on the pizza, I don't really like it because I can taste the fine bones in the anchovy.
Yeah, so it just melts down in the pan and you cook it for quite a while and then obviously you fry up the tomatoes, so it's gone. But try it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how it's gonna. Maybe you can try it on
it.
your gluten-free pasta.
I was trying to buy more gluten-free pasta, the Garofalo one that I like.
Yeah.
But the half price deal on Ocado has
It's
gone and
over.
it is paining me.
How much is it?
£3 something for the packet.
For 500 grams.
I think so, yeah. When I was getting it for £1 something at the beginning of the year, I just didn't want to stockpile all that pasta that I should have done. I should have done it. I was so pained by it.
But yeah, those are my food highlights of the week.
Lovely.
A little bit of home cooking, which I believe was one of my New Year's resolutions.
I did cook a bit more at home this week. Yeah.
Are you still delivery free?
I am. The last time I had some soup, goat soup, this week from I'm not gonna name them because I'm not friends with them at the moment. But it was quite nice. They did a good job. But my brother ordered it. Okay. So there's been a couple of occasions where it's a technicality that's got me out of it. Because as long as I'm not pressing the trigger, it's not going on my card. It doesn't count. Okay. Yeah, so
fair enough. Well, topic of the podcast today is we're stealing from a very well-known podcast called Desert Island Discs.
We're drawing inspiration, darling.
Okay, sorry, drawing inspiration from, but it's no secret. The BBC Radio 4, it's a segment that they've had on the radio show for years and years and years called Desert Island Discs. And the premise is that the guests are invited onto the show to share 8 tracks, a book and a luxury of what they would take on to a desert island. We're remixing that ever so slightly, obviously, because we're not here to talk about music. So we're going to be sharing 8 ingredients, a thing, so either an appliance or a tool or something that you might need, and a luxury. And what we would take on our desert island if we were being left there.
For how long? Because now that I'm thinking it through, some of these are perishables. The shelf life on them, I don't know how long it's going to last.
I'd a couple weeks, I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
A short trip.
Okay.
I feel like the premise of the actual podcast is like you've been abandoned.
That's it, yeah,
like
for
this is what
passed
you need
away
for the rest of your life. Like, how would you survive if this was your last? If this is it now, like what could you enjoy for forever? So
some of these I could actually grow though. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
You haven't got seeds. Right, let's go.
Okay.
You can start.
So my first ingredient is some ackee.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring myself some ackee.
Fresh or tinned?
I'm gonna bring the fresh one, and I'm gonna try and cultivate ackee with the seeds. I'm gonna try my best, and I'm bringing this because my favorite meal of all time is ackee, fresh ackee with saltfish, fried breadfruit, and this is a bit of a technicality. My island is prosperous, it's fruitful. So there's a few things that already grow on my island, and avocado is one of them. So I'm not going to pack it because I believe that it already grows on trees out there. But I'm definitely going to bring some fresh ackee and a couple of tinned ones just in case.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need some ackee.
Okay.
To remind me of home, my roots, where I've come from.
Okay. I'm going to start a little bit more basic. I need onions.
Yeah, I've got that one here too. Shallot. Well, I want shallot.
Okay, I need onions.
Yeah.
Because that's like the building block of any meal. I think I have chopped onions and garlic before I know what I'm cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
So you put it in absolutely everything?
Not absolutely everything, but like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, based on the choices that I make on a day-to-day, workday basis, it's probably onions and garlic. I'll probably cut the end off the onion and then say to myself, wait, is this getting sliced or diced?
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, right, how do I want to prepare it?
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, okay, I'll go in the fridge, we've got we're having a stir fry, okay, sliced.
When I'm going to cook, I tend to check an onion basket that I've got. Is there garlic in there? Is there onions in there? And that tends to dictate what I'm actually going to have, because if there's no onion and garlic, then it has to be something like egg. Something super simple that doesn't really require too much cooking. But yeah, I've got shallots. Okay. I haven't got onions. I've got shallots on mine. And another technicality, because I just feel like when I'm making that call, they could squeeze in at least one spring onion, because spring onions are easy to regrow. So I need shallots and a couple of spring onions is how I'm going to put the order through.
The order?
Yeah.
This ain't Castaway. Veg for veg. Broccoli.
I've got broccoli on mine as well.
Are you taking tender stem or regular?
I'm going to bring tender stem. I think if I'm going to be stranded for however long on this island, I need the best. Or I need what makes me happy. I do like purple sprouting, but I think a good... You don't like purple sprouting
I
broccoli?
do, but I'm not taking it to the island.
Yeah, no, neither am I. I'm just going to bring the tender stem broccoli. I think that's more than sufficient. Yeah, some tender stem broccoli. Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
So, I said I've got the ackee, so I've got saltfish because saltfish can be preserved. So I'm going to bring a truckload of saltfish. Yeah, lots of saltfish because the way that I see this going down is that I get onto the island and then somehow I've got the skill to fish. So I imagine myself having fresh fish, prawns, all these different things from the sea that is nearby.
I'm understanding.
Yeah,
nearby.
In the event that there's trouble or I'm struggling.
Yeah. I can draw for your saltfish.
Yeah, and it can go with the ackee. Ackee and saltfish is nice. I can have saltfish and broccoli if I wanted to. Like in Portugal, when they have like
salted cod,
saltfish, I think that could be quite nice. Or just cook up saltfish with the shallots and some breadfruit. So that is I've got saltfish and I've got breadfruit on there. Although on my island, I do wonder.
Could you grow it?
Yeah, if it already grows there, it could be the kind of thing that grows there. But I think
I don't know because I think it's fair enough to say. What was the first thing you said your island has? Fish? Avocados, I feel like it potentially has because
it's
avocado.
A fruit, right?
Yeah, but avocado grow in a lot of places.
Yeah, breadfruit
doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think it's fair to say that the bird that's pollinating the world has just happened to drop off a breadfruit seed there.
I wonder if I could grow it. If it's got, I'm sure it's got the right conditions for me to grow it.
Yeah, but you've only got like a couple.
A couple breadfruits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some young ones, and maybe they'll ripen off the vine.
Yeah, but you don't have like the root because it grows on a tree. Remember?
Does, yeah. Do you think I've got a fridge and freezer?
No, you don't have a fridge or freezer.
Right. Well, I'm still gonna bring the breadfruit, and we'll just eat it as long as it can last for.
Okay.
Yeah, some breadfruit.
My carb of choice on this list. Oh, what?
I think I should bring rice instead.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, go on.
I'm bringing linguine. And I'm going to say linguine, and I'll give you my next two at the same time because it's becoming a meal. Sausages.
Pork sausages?
Yeah. Okay. Because I love them.
Yeah, okay.
I love them.
Yeah.
I know they're haram, but
yeah,
I love them. And tomato puree. So you're bringing a truckload of whatever you said you're bringing.
There's a lot of Jamaican stuff on here. I want to change it.
I need... You're Jamaican. I need a, jumbo, I don't know, like a Costco size pack, but I want individual tomato puree tubes because obviously once you open one, the freshness and stuff. Because maybe also, if we're on the same island or maybe the island's so big we don't know that we're there. So I'm imagining I have the same conditions as you. I also could fish and maybe I could catch some anchovies and then I could use tomato puree.
Anchovies in this sea?
I could use the tomato puree and my onions to make the Alison Raymond pasta with my linguine. It's very simple. It doesn't need many ingredients.
I'm starting to wonder if I should bring some tinned tomatoes, my muti. I tend to find when I'm at home, worst comes to worst, I can always just cook out some tinned tomatoes, like chopped tomatoes, and have it with like pasta or you can even like.
I've got pasta, tomato puree, onions, a meat, and a veg.
But these are things. Can I live like?
Have you got any meat on that list?
No. Well, we'll save that one for later. I do. But I'll get to that one.
Okay.
I do feel like if there is scope for additional product.
There's not.
Okay. Right. So no tin tomatoes then.
I've got 3 left.
Right.
I've had tomato puree, sausages, linguine, broccoli, and onions.
Okay. I've done ackee, saltfish, breadfruit, yam. I've got yam. So I think I'm gonna bring some tubes of yam because
white yam or yellow yam?
White yam, the Ghanaian one, like the pune yam. I love that one. Really love that one. So I'll bring some yam, but then do I need breadfruit and yam? I just feel like I'm doing a lot now. I should probably swap the yam for rice. And I think, because you can make rice porridge if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
So, do you know what?
Rice pudding?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna bring the yam. I'll sneak it in my bag just a little bit, but that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. I'm gonna bring some rice because I think I might bring brown rice. I do love basmati.
You could bring brown basmati rice.
I know, but I do like just like white basmati rice. But I think if I'm good,
pick.
I need to be as nutritious as possible.
Choose.
Okay, Tilda brown basmati rice. I'll bring a 6 kg bag. I'll bring some rice because I can always have. I'm not really into ackee and salt. No, I do like ackee and saltfish with plain rice.
Yeah, white rice.
Yeah, I do like it. So yeah, I'll bring some rice.
I'm gonna bring a 6 kg bag of oats because you can also make porridge out of that. I need to think about this. I've got to have the energy to go fishing, to climb the breadfruit tree, to climb the avocado tree, and it's what like they always eat rice and beans when they're on these like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here jungles and stuff.
You have no rice, you've got oats.
No, but I'm saying I've chosen oats.
Okay.
As some kind of sludge. Rice and beans is sludge.
That's a good
I've
point.
chosen oats.
Should probably bring some beans.
And also I'll be able to make oat milk.
Okay.
So I'll be able to soak. Well, I'm thinking I didn't bring any salt, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got salt there, but
no.
I'm thinking if I boil off the salt from the sea, I'll have purified water and salt.
Salt, exactly.
Separately.
That was my logic also.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking with the saltfish, but that might be fishy. The salt the salt of the saltfish.
Yeah.
I will use that for cooking.
Okay.
The umami. Do you know what I mean? Of the fish against the salt. But then the salt from the salt water. That will be for that.
And my pasta will just boil straight into the salt water.
Exactly.
But I definitely am going to have to start some kind of distilling process the day I land to get salt and purified water separately. Because then I can use the purified water to make the oat milk.
Okay.
And maybe, if on your side of the island there's like avocados and stuff, maybe there's coconuts on my side of the island. Because then I can have coconut milk and coconut water.
No. Coconut milk is on my side, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you've got it?
Yes.
It's on the island?
Coconuts for coconut milk.
Oh, there's coconuts?
Yes, there's coconuts for coconut milk. But there's salt in those milks, is it? Like a little bit. So I'm wondering, even if I use a bit of the salt water against the coconut when I, but you know, to make coconut milk, you need to like be able to blend it. Maybe I'll have some kind of like pestle and mortar pounding situation. Yeah. But
I mean, there'll be rocks.
Okay. Yeah. We can grind it. I've got coconuts for coconut milk. I'm not bringing any.
And also, I feel like the oats, I could mill that down. I could make bread if I have oats.
Oat bread.
Like a flat bread.
I can make rice bread. That use rice flour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make oat flour.
And it'll be gluten free.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Cool. Fantastic. That's what I'm gonna have.
I'm assuming then. I mean, we're making a lot of assumptions here, but bananas grow everywhere. So
bananas on every Stranded Island movie.
It's bananas.
There's always bananas.
So I'm gonna bring some strawberries.
Strawberries.
Go on, bring a mango.
Well, I'm not bringing a mango because, like I said, my
mango
is prosperous and fruitful. And I feel like there's always, whenever you watch the movies, there's always mangoes and there's always bananas.
What movies? Which ones?
Like, Castaway.
He had mangoes and bananas.
What's the one that people
Tom Hanks had mangoes and bananas.
I'm sure he did. Anyway, what's that movie with like the boys? It's the one that you do in school and it's like a story.
Flies, Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, yeah. And they ate so many mangoes, it made them sick. And then the sugar, I think, can become a problem for people. You can get like really sick basically from having so much fruit. The fact of the matter is there was mangoes, accessible mangoes, and I think on my island there's going to be mangoes. There's definitely going to be some kind of tropical fruits going on, but I think mangoes will be there. So I'm not bringing any because they will already be there. Okay.
Well, I've got strawberries on my list, but maybe you're telling me that we're replacing them then. I should replace them with something else.
No, it's up to you. Just don't come to my side of the island to pick my mangoes.
Is it maybe like Madagascar?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So I've got mangoes. Did you have garlic on your list?
No, I didn't.
I've got garlic on my list because garlic...
But I'm assuming that my sausages are like caramelized red onion and garlic chutney flavored sausages.
So I want it for my ackee and saltfish, and then also when I'm like pan frying my tender stem broccoli. And lastly, garlic has so many like healing properties, especially like when you're sick or you've got a cold, etc. So I think it would just be good for me to make sure that I'm keeping my food as nutritious as possible.
You've just said something really interesting that I'm gonna circle back to.
Okay.
Have you got any more?
I've got one more. So I've got ackee, saltfish, breadfruit. We swapped the yam out for rice because I need to be serious about what's going on here. But I did envision, it doesn't matter. Then I've got some broccoli, tender stem broccoli, shallots, garlic, and I also had olive oil. So I'm going to bring a truckload of olive oil. I don't really like cooking with coconut oil too much. There's certain things I like cooking with coconut oil.
The melting point is too low.
Yeah, it's very fragrant.
Yeah.
And it's not neutral enough. So for me, I do like cooking some Jamaican things in coconut oil. And do you know what I like to do it with? Coconut rice. My coconut rice recipe is fantastic. It's on YouTube, but
Link
it uses coconut oil and coconut milk and coconut sugar, and it is just the most coconutty coconut rice
you've ever experienced.
Oh, I love it. And I use jasmine rice as well, and it's just that little fragrant.
Might have to make that.
It's really nice. Honestly, I always get good feedback on it. Really nice, but I'm not making coconut rice on this island.
You could.
In oil. I mean, I could, but I feel like I'd get more
coconut brown rice. So you've only bought brown rice.
Yeah.
You've bought brown basmati rice.
It wouldn't be bad, but it wouldn't be the best.
Wouldn't be great.
I'm gonna bring olive oil because again, some people, have like
a truckload,
or some people actually consume like a tablespoon of olive oil a day for health reasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Might need to add that to my list of fads to try.
Even though olive oil is a pretty good cooking oil. Sunflower, I guess, is a bit more neutral, but I'm bringing olive oil.
Okay, the last thing on my 8 is English breakfast tea bags.
Oh, I'm going to find a herb on the island.
Yeah,
a non-poisonous herb.
Want to do that. I want English breakfast tea, and then I'll have my oat milk by like second week on the island once I've distilled water from salt and all that kind of stuff. I'm assuming you can make salt in a week.
I don't think you can even take that long.
I don't know.
But I guess it's not just a case of boiling down water. No. It's a very different process to get.
So maybe we'll have clean water before we have salt.
Yeah.
Because that should be quite quick.
Yeah.
I'm literally just speaking out of nothing. That's my 8 and you've done your 8. Right. So I just want to raise a couple of things.
Okay.
What are you having for breakfast?
So for breakfast, I'm going to have some ackee and saltfish.
And what are you having for lunch?
Well, I'm going to catch fresh fish, isn't it? So there's probably like jumbo shrimp.
Or you could have had a fruit platter for breakfast or something.
Something like that, yeah. Okay. I've just picked from the land.
Right, yeah.
Mangoes from the land.
Okay.
I don't know what else would be on there with some coconut water. I actually don't like coconut water.
Neither do I.
But for the health benefits,
okay,
I'll have it. But yeah, fruit or ackee and saltfish. That's why I bought the yam, but I'm happy to have breadfruit. No problem.
You're not having yam. You left the yam at home. You bought rice.
That's why I thought I was going to bring the yam. But the rice is for dinner. Oh, can I talk about my luxury item yet? Because that impacts breakfast.
No.
Okay.
Right. Appliance, because I've got... Go on.
Yeah.
Well, thing.
So I'm going to bring knives.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to bring like a good set of knives and one machete.
No, it's one thing.
Right, okay. A good set of knives, which includes the biggest knife that I can possibly get.
So a set of knives.
Yeah, a set of knives. I think that will make my life easier. And I can like throw the knife to catch the fish or something, or like put it on a stick.
Right.
And spear it. That's what they did on That's what he did on Castaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I've been smarter than you because you mentioned something earlier about your garlic and when you'd be sauteing it, but you didn't bring a pan. So I'm bringing a casserole dish that I can put on my fire that I've made out of rocks and sticks. Because what are you cooking any of this food in?
So what I'm gonna do?
Go on.
Is find. Actually, I could cook it on like a coconut shell. I've seen them do these things on the TV, and I'm sure I've seen them cook without pots. Or I'm just gonna have to steam everything in banana leaf. It is what it is. It is what it is. Or I'm gonna have to like gradually chip away at a rock.
Into a plate.
Yeah, or something.
Into a dish.
Oh, I probably should bring a pot, shouldn't I?
Was that your luxury item?
I'll come over.
So you told me I can't come over to your side of the island to see for the mangoes, but you're coming over.
How am I gonna descale the fish? I need knives.
Well, you're better off trying to use a rock to descale the fish, because you can like create maybe you find a shell. You can find a shell edge.
Okay.
You can descale off.
So I'll bring a saucepan then, because I think
like a saute pan.
Yeah, I can fry in there. It probably won't have I can't make soup, but there's things I'll be able to do in there. Yeah. A lot of my food is going to be cooked in banana leaf though, or over a live flame. And then eventually we'll end up, once we've harvested enough, we'll have coconut shells and calabashes to actually be able to enjoy our food. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about our luxury item? So this is unconventional. I'm sure a lot of people have something to say. Cool. My luxury item is going to be one live chicken. I'm going to bring the chicken, and that way I've got a constant drip of eggs, daily eggs, hopefully. And what can I feed him on the land? No, it has to be a herb. Yeah, it's true. What can I feed her on the land that will get that goldenness in my yolk? Probably. Well, the chicken will come with corn feed or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to bring a chicken because I have to think about this strategically, and I have to be smart, and I need eggs. Right. I need eggs for my mental health. So I'm going to bring a chicken. That's my luxury item. Like the best hen going.
Okay.
And she lays like 2 eggs a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 eggs a day.
Wow.
Because some hens lay eggs like once every other day, isn't it?
Well, Kat said out of the 20 hens, they get like 8. They only get 8 a day in the winter, so some are not laying at all.
Right. Well, this babe is gonna be on.
She's
job.
late.
Yeah, she's gonna be on job.
She's laying twice a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a hen.
Okay. I was gonna bring some Cavallo Nero kale, but that kind of just doesn't really seem appropriate anymore.
Not really. It sounds like it's gonna go off very quickly.
Yeah, and I feel like if it's luxury, it should be luxury. So I'm probably gonna bring a truckload, seeing as that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Of Marks and Spencer's toffee and pecan shortbread rounds.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna be snacking on the island with all that fresh fruit.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't really snack.
Yes.
So.
Or just regular, like all butter Scottish shortbread, but by Marks and Spencer's. Okay. Or like someone fantastic. Okay. Or straight off of, Walker's Scotland.
Yeah.
That one.
Scottish Highlands.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the ones.
I love that. The shortbread fingers.
I feel like it's got to be something.
Okay. I don't. I'm gonna bring my chicken.
Your chicken feels necessary, not luxury.
Yeah, it is a luxury because it's a whole chicken, a live chicken. What do you think?
How long do chickens live?
I don't know.
Longer than you, sounds.
But I've already got the olive
on the
oil,
side.
so that probably would have been.
Why are you frying her?
No, but that probably would have been like my
luxury.
luxury. Yeah, my luxury item. I think.
If she stops laying, will you eat her?
Facts. But she might be like free range.
tough.
Yeah, just tough legs.
That is too funny.
I think hens probably don't taste as bad as like free range male chickens because they haven't been up and down strutting their stuff.
And just sit and keep the eggs warm.
Yeah. I know it's not the most luxurious thing, but I think like to actually have a whole chicken that lays eggs, golden milk eggs.
That's the thing as well.
Like,
there are not many animals that you can keep that can like keep providing without dying.
Yeah.
Like if I got a sheep, I'd have to eat it that day. I can't like take a piece and leave it running around.
Well, then it will become a mutton, won't it?
Oh gosh. The comments that you were getting.
It will become a mutton. So they only last about a year. They're 1 year or younger if it's lamb.
Wow. Oh yeah, you shared that on the story last week, didn't you?
I did.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram because we be sharing our food highlights and other random
doing little polls
and all kinds of
Harley
stuff.
had said about in the dessert person episode when you were talking about the strawberry ice cream.
Oh yeah.
And we voted on it on Instagram, and it was actually we and the people.
You and the people, because I wasn't in there.
Me and the people voted on it, and it was quite an even split. It wasn't as far off as I thought.
And we got some quite interesting responses to what flavour ice cream is.
Yes.
Your one.
Yeah.
We digress. Okay, another luxury. I know we're only having one, but
exactly. So
no, I'm not bringing it. But I'm just saying that I assume is on my island and helps. I think there's sugar cane on my island.
I think so.
So therefore, I've got sugar for the tea, and I'm going to make the oat milk from the distilled water. So I'm going to be fine.
Sorry, how do you plan on processing the sugar cane?
I'm going to chew it in my mouth, and then I'm just going to put sugar cane in the tea. I don't need it to be sugar granules. No, I just need a sweetness.
You probably could
juice it.
2 stones.
I could juice it.
Yeah, between like 2 stones.
I could get sugar cane juice, and I could put that in the tea.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I just need to get in the husk through the
husk.
Outside yeah.
Well, that's why I've got my knives. Oh no, but I
you swapped them up.
Oh god, you have to use a hard rock or something.
I mean, and that is why this conversation is a little bit different to just taking like 8 tracks and we're thinking about staying alive.
The thing is, there's like it's that I guess it kind of goes back to that first episode where you wanna like live to eat.
Yeah.
But when you're stranded on the island, you gotta be strategic and you gotta think about what is like gonna nurture you. Sometimes some of these things I wouldn't necessarily want to bring them, but I have to think
I need them, for sustenance.
Exactly.
Maybe it was like, I don't know, how long is Love Island? About 3 months? Like the show? It's about 3 months, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's like Love Island, but extreme. Because there used to be shows like that on TV, didn't there? And they drop people off on islands with no clothes and no nothing.
And they have to like build their own homes
everything.
and all of that kind of stuff. But I think they did give them like basic things like pots, knives and that kind of stuff. We should have worked off of that assumption, then I wouldn't have brought the knives and the pot. Probably would have bought something else, but this sounds like bare bones. The only thing it's got in there is fresh fruit, tropical fruit, and we don't even know what's poisonous and what's not. Oh god!
We don't know how to fish, but we're planning on living off of the fish.
I've never fished in my life.
You didn't even bring an animal.
I bought a chicken.
Yeah, but you're not eating her.
Oh, but I might just be plant-based out there.
Oh gosh.
Well, not plant-based, vegetarian because
pescatarian, because you're gonna be eating those
the fish.
The fish
yes,
that you're gonna catch.
Pescatarian. That's true. I was a pescatarian for years.
What are you gonna use for bait to fish? Other fish.
Well, when I watched Castaway, I know I keep referencing Castaway. It's not even
when he was eating mangoes and bananas that no one else has seen.
He had like something sharp on a stick, and he did like I think they call that spearfishing. Yeah. So that's what my coordination is not the best, but I'm gonna try my best, and I think I'll do spearfishing. Alternatively, in lieu of a headscarf, I'll bring a hairnet, and I might use that to try and fish with. Or you know that I shower with a Sapo.
Yeah.
So I'll bring a spare
mesh.
one. Yeah, it's like a mesh
a
net.
Spare.
Yeah, it's a Sapo is a mesh net.
Yeah.
They use it. I don't know where else, but
it's
my
like
West African friends use it to shower with.
Yeah,
it's a net basically. Like
yeah,
an exfoliating net.
I'm thinking structurally, it's not the same, but it's the same as those scrunchies.
Kind of, but the material is slightly different.
Slightly different, but it's a mesh. Just for describing it, if people who don't know what it's about, it's like a mesh thing, but it doesn't have that kind of pom pom.
Yeah,
structure.
and it's just a loose strip.
Yeah.
Of mesh material, basically that you fold up in your hand. That's what I shower with. So again, thinking strategically,
right.
I can probably turn that into like a bag type of thing, and
just scoop them out.
Scoop the fish, catch fish like that.
We haven't brought any booze. We'll just be high off of life. Any other medical equipment or anything that?
No, we have. I'm gonna put a flask in my handbag.
Straight. Okay, cool. On the plane. There are so many assumptions made about this desert island.
You know one of those small flasks?
Yeah, it's the hip flask things.
Yeah. I don't know what would you... Okay, if you did have a hip flask, what would you put in it? Because this is supposed to last for 3 months. You know when you watch the movies and they're like taking a swig a day?
It would have to be something really strong. Yeah. It would have to be Ray Nephew.
That's what I was thinking. Because
I've got to feel it. If you put like tequila in there, and maybe tequila, because
gin?
No, weak. Yeah. Meaty.
It's at that point when you're taking a swig a day, it's like what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? Like I'd have to drink half of it to feel anything. So either Ray Nephew for when life's getting tough, and also Ray Nephew might be good to have on hand in case like I cut myself.
Exactly.
Like just a little something. Feeling a little sick, feeling under the weather. It will warm me because the nights are going to be cold on this island.
Put some ginger.
Oh well, you didn't. I don't see that growing in these climates.
I was gonna say my island is fruitful and prosperous. Okay, fine. Yeah.
And by the sounds of it, if we're sharing this island, we'll have each other. Starshine. We'll have each other on this island, maybe.
We can barter.
Each other, yeah. I don't know what you've got that I'm interested in. Though.
Excuse me?
To be honest, what you have that I'm interested in is that you're gonna be cooking all this food.
And I've got eggs. Don't come to me when you want an egg to go with your oat bread that you've made. So.
Oh, that is too funny. Right, we're gonna leave a question on the Spotify version of this episode asking what should we ask?
One thing that you're definitely gonna bring.
Yeah.
Because that's probably easier than 8 things. What's one thing that under any circumstances
you have to have, or just what the dish is.
Yeah.
So if there's a dish, sounds like Malaka's making ackee and saltfish with rice and avocado on the side.
Wait, because I took I didn't take off the breadfruit.
Oh no, you didn't.
I didn't. I took off the yam.
But that dish is what, that's ultimately the dish. So
I could eat that every day for 3 months.
Is there a desert island dish? That is a question that we will leave on the Spotify version of this episode. If you catch any clips from this episode on Instagram, we will leave a little comment as well that you can play about with us in the comments and let us know your opinions. Do follow us on Instagram. They are linked in the description box below, both personally and on the podcast. Yeah.
So we are still on TikTok.
And YouTube, just about.
Yeah.
We are quite behind on the YouTube episodes. They are just a bit more of a beast to edit. But we'll get there and we'll be there soon. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.